I wrote a piece for State of the American Mind called about the expectation of confirmation on campus. And what I mean by that is, for a long time, pundits and critics have said that students have a sense that they have a right not to be offended. And my point is that that's long in the past. That's so well established that now students are coming to campus, at least some of them, with an attitude that they have a right to be confirmed, essentially a right to be agreed with. Now, this is necessarily dangerous to freedom of speech. This is necessarily dangerous to the academic process, because if you can't listen to people you disagree with, how on earth are you ever going to learn? I've been doing this since about 2001. I'm a specialized First Amendment attorney, and for the overwhelming majority of my career, the main censors on campus have always been administrators. Faculty sometimes would get in the game. The most tolerant of freedom of speech, the most respectful of freedom of speech, tended to actually be the students. That all started to change a couple of years ago, and I think that the shouting down of Ray Kelly that was celebrated by students as some kind of great victory was a turning point. We saw a rise in disinvitations, which is essentially efforts to get speakers disinvited from campus. We've seen the rise of student activism, we're very excited about the activism, but some of that activism includes demanding new speech codes, which of course is difficult to deal with, because of course we believe that you have the right to demand speech codes, but my goodness, universities should not be granting them. The more you police speech and the more you tell students not just what they must say, but what they must think, you're actually cutting down on the diversity of ideas on campus and therefore stifling the marketplace of ideas that universities are supposed to be. And we're trying constantly to remind students how important it is to defend freedom of speech, not just because you may find yourself at one point as the person being censored, but because it's always incredibly valuable simply to know the world as it actually is.